God is speaking into your life right now, not to confuse you, but to prepare you for something greater than what you can currently see. Your body, your strength, your healing, and your restoration are all under divine attention, even when you feel nothing is changing. What looks delayed is not denied, it is being carefully shaped in silence, where your faith is being tested and strengthened. Every waiting season carries a hidden purpose, and your present discomfort is not the end of your story. There is a divine timing working behind the scenes, aligning everything for a moment that will surprise you beyond expectation. Your body is under divine restoration in ways that are deeper than what you can currently perceive, because restoration in God's process does not always begin with visible change, but often starts in hidden places where no one can see what is being rebuilt, repaired, and renewed within you. And even when you feel weak, tired, or uncertain about your physical condition, Re is a divine hand working beyond human understanding, aligning every broken area, every drained strength, and every hidden pain into a process of healing that is unfolding step by step with perfect precision. And what you call delay is often the sacred space where restoration is being carefully constructed so that nothing remains incomplete or unstable in your life. Because divine restoration does not just fix the surface, but goes deeper into the roots of what has been affecting your body, your energy, your peace, and your overall well-being. And even the moments when you feel nothing is changing are actually moments where unseen progress is taking place, like seeds growing underground before they ever break through the surface. And in the same way, your body is being strengthened from within, renewed in places where medical understanding may feel limited and human expectations may feel uncertain. But divine timing is not limited by what you can measure or predict. And every breath you go, you take it as a reminder that life is still flowing through you with purpose, even when symptoms, pain, or fatigue try to convince you otherwise, because there is a restoration that goes beyond physical understanding, touching your emotional balance, your mental clarity, and your spiritual strength all at once, weaving them together so that what was once weakened becomes stronger than before. And what was once unstable becomes firmly grounded in a new level of resilience. And this process does not rush, because what God is restoring is meant to last, not just temporarily fix what was broken. And in this sacred rebuilding season, even your waiting is working for you. Even your silence is producing results. Even your discomfort is shaping a testimony that is still forming in hidden ways, and there is a divine rhythm operating over your life that is carefully adjusting every imbalance, every exhaustion, every unseen struggle within your body, so that when the restoration is complete, it will not just feel like recovery, but like a complete renewal from the inside out. And you may not fully understand how this is happening or when the visible shift will appear. But what is certain is that nothing about your current state is forgotten or overlooked, and every detail is being accounted for in a process that is both gentle and powerful at the same time, carrying you through a transformation that is still unfolding in ways that you cannot yet fully comprehend or measure or define. Healing is already in motion, even if unseen, continuing the process that has been quietly unfolding within you, because divine healing does not always announce itself with immediate evidence, but it consistently works beneath the surface where human eyes cannot detect the gradual rebuilding of what was once weakened. And even when your body still feels the same as before, or your condition seems unchanged, there is an invisible progression taking place that is guided by a higher order of restoration, where every cell, every system, and every function within you is being aligned toward balance and renewal. And what feels like stillness is actually movement in a dimension you cannot physically measure. Because healing in this form does not follow the speed of human expectation, but follows the perfection of divine timing, ensuring that nothing is rushed and nothing is left incomplete. And in this ongoing process, even the discomfort you feel becomes part of the correction, as if your body is being recalibrated step by step toward a state of wholeness that is being carefully constructed from within. And there are moments when doubt may whisper that nothing is happening, yet even in those moments, unseen restoration continues without interruption, like a river flowing beneath frozen ground, steady and unstoppable despite appearances on the surface. And every breath you take is part of this hidden movement, carrying life into places that are still under repair, and even your rest, your waiting. Your silence are contributing to this unfolding process, because healing is not only about what is removed from the body, but also about what is being rebuilt in its place, stronger and more stable than before. And as this continues, there is a divine intelligence working beyond physical understanding, adjusting what is out of order, strengthening what has been weakened, and restoring what was lost in ways that will eventually become evident at the right appointed time, not before and not after, but exactly when everything has reached its intended completion. And until that moment arrives, the unseen work remains active, consistent, and faithful, shaping your body into a testimony that is still in progress but already secured in purpose. And even as this unseen healing continues to work within you in ways that are steady and precise, there is another truth being revealed in this journey, that what you have called delay has never been a sign of abandonment, but a form of divine protection, carefully woven into your path, because not everything that feels slow is loss, and not everything that feels paused is forgotten. And in this sacred process, there are moments where God holds certain outcomes back, not to deny you, but to shield you from what you are not yet prepared to carry. And even in matters of your body and your strength, there is a timing that is higher than urgency, a timing that understands what your future requires and what your present condition must first be prepared for before full restoration is revealed. And sometimes protection looks like silence, sometimes it looks like waiting, sometimes it looks like repeated days that seem unchanged. But within that appearance there is a hidden covering that is preserving your life from complications you cannot see and outcomes you would not have been able to endure in an earlier season. And even when frustration tries to convince you that nothing is moving forward, there is actually a divine interception happening over your journey that is redirecting unseen dangers away from your path and holding your body in a place where it is being prepared rather than rushed into something incomplete. And this protection is not random but intentional, shaped with wisdom that understands every detail of your physical, emotional, and spiritual condition simultaneously, ensuring that when healing fully manifests, it does not collapse under pressure, but stands strong under stability that has been carefully established over time. And even the delays that test your patience are working as filters that separate what is harmful from what is necessary, what is premature from what is perfect, and what could break you from what will build you. And in this process, there is a deeper awareness that you are not being left behind, but being positioned away from unseen harm, placed in a space where restoration can mature safely without interruption. And though it may feel like you are waiting in uncertainty, in reality you are being held in a protected timing where every second is aligned with a purpose that cannot yet be fully revealed. And even your body in its weakest moments is being guarded against what could have worsened your condition if moved too soon, because divine protection often works in silence, without explanation, without visible signs, but with consistent precision that ensures your life remains intact while everything around you is being arranged for your future stability. And in this hidden guarding, there is also a shaping process happening where patience is becoming strength, and waiting is becoming preparation, and stillness is becoming foundation for what is yet to come. And even now, this protection continues to surround you in ways that cannot be measured or fully understood, and it remains active over your body, your health, your breath, and your very existence, guiding you through a timing that is not delaying you but preserving you for what is already aligned ahead and still unfolding. Ninth, strength is being rebuilt in your weakness in a way that is deeper than what you can emotionally or physically recognize, because in this process weakness is not the end of your power, but the beginning of a quiet reconstruction where everything that once felt like it was breaking you is now being used as material to rebuild you into something more stable, more grounded, and more enduring. And even in the moments when your body feels exhausted or your energy feels reduced, there is a hidden strengthening happening beneath those very limitations, as if every fragile moment is being reinforced from within by a force that understands exactly where you have been weakened and exactly how to restore you beyond your previous capacity. And this rebuilding does not rely on your own strength alone, because what is being formed in you now is a strength that is not dependent on constant comfort or visible stability, but on a deeper foundation that can hold even in pressure, even in uncertainty. Then, in moments where everything feels uncertain, and in this process what you once saw as limitation is being transformed into endurance, and what once made you feel small is being turned into wisdom that carries power in silence, and even your tiredness is not wasted, because it is becoming part of a transformation where resilience is being formed, not in ease but in endurance, not in comfort but in persistence. And there are layers of rebuilding happening within your body that are not immediately visible, but are steadily replacing what was worn out with what is being renewed. And in this sacred exchange, there is a divine strengthening that fills the very spaces where weakness once dominated, as if every empty place is being filled with renewed capacity and every strained part is being gently reinforced, so that what emerges from this season is not the same strength you had before, but a deeper and more refined strength that has been shaped through experience, patience, and unseen restorer. Tion. And even in your moments of doubt, there is still progress taking place, because weakness is not a sign of abandonment, but a sign that something new is under construction. And this construction is not temporary, but intentional, designed to hold you in future seasons where greater challenges will require greater stability. And so even now, your weakness is not a failure, but a foundation being prepared for a level of strength that will not break easily, not fade quickly, and not depend on external conditions to remain steady. And this rebuilding continues quietly within you, shaping every part of your body, your mind, and your endurance into something that is being prepared for a future you have not yet fully stepped into. Every pain has a purpose in God's timing, and even the discomfort you feel in your body is not meaningless or random, because within every moment of suffering there is a deeper process of shaping happening that cannot be seen on the surface and what feels like pressure. Your burden is often the very space where transformation is taking place, as if every ache is carrying a hidden instruction and every struggle is holding a silent lesson that is preparing you for something greater than your present understanding. And even when pain tries to convince you that something is going wrong, there is another truth working beneath it, that your life is not being destroyed but being refined, and in this refinement nothing is wasted. Not a single moment of discomfort, not a single night of restlessness, not a single day of weakness, because everything is being collected into a process that is shaping your body, your patience, and your endurance into something stronger and more meaningful than before. And there are layers of purpose hidden inside what you are feeling that only time will reveal, because pain often acts like a silent teacher that pushes you into awareness you would not have reached in comfort. And in this journey, even your body becomes a place where growth is happening through pressure, where healing is being prepared through challenge, and where restoration is being formed through what feels difficult to carry. And this does not mean the pain is easy or ignored, but it means it is not without direction, not without meaning, and not without a final outcome that is already being shaped beyond your current view. And even the moments when you question why things are happening this way are part of the process that is guiding you into deeper understanding and greater resilience, because what is being formed through pain is not just recovery but maturity, not just relief but transformation. And there is a timing connected to every experience you go through, where nothing arrives too early or stays too long without purpose. And even now, in your present condition, there is a divine alignment working through every sensation, every limitation, every struggle within your body, turning what feels like burden into preparation and what feels like liability. Breaking into building until everything that once felt heavy becomes part of a testimony that is still unfolding and still being written in ways that are far beyond what you can currently see or fully understand. Your waiting season is almost complete, even though it may not feel like it in the present moment, because waiting is often the final stretching phase before breakthrough is revealed. And in this stage, everything inside you is being aligned to receive what has already been prepared, even if your eyes cannot yet see the shift beginning. And what feels like delay is actually the final preparation where timing, readiness, and restoration are being brought into perfect order so that nothing arrives too early and nothing is received before you are fully able to carry it. And even your body, your emotions, and your spirit are being adjusted in ways that prepare you for the change that is coming, because every waiting season carries a silent countdown that is not measured by human clocks, but by divine completion, and when that completion is reached, everything begins to unfold with clarity and direction. And in this hidden process, your patience has been building something within you that urgency could never create, shaping endurance, stability, and readiness in ways that only waiting can produce. And even when you feel like nothing is happening, you are actually standing at the final edge of transition, where unseen movements are becoming closer to visible reality. And there is a quiet alignment taking place where what you have been praying for, hoping for, and expecting is being synchronized with your current state, so that the moment it appears, it fits perfectly into your life without confusion or instability. And this completion phase is often the most silent, yet most powerful part of the journey, because it carries the weight of everything that has been built before it. And even your doubts, your questions, and your emotional fatigue are being gathered into a final process of preparation that leads directly into change. And though you cannot predict the exact moment of arrival, there is a certainty that what has been forming beneath the surface is now approaching its visible expression. And your waiting is not endless, but nearing fulfillment, where everything that felt suspended will begin to move forward in a way that confirms the purpose behind every delay and every unseen moment that brought you here. And in this nearing completion, your life is being positioned for transition that is already in motion, drawing you closer to what has been prepared long before you recognize the timing was near. A surprise breakthrough is already prepared, even though it remains hidden from your current view, because what God has already established for your life does not depend on what you are able to see right now, but on a timing that is already set in motion beyond human awareness. And this breakthrough is not something being created in the future, but something already formed in the unseen realm, carefully arranged with details that align perfectly with your journey, your body, your healing, your strength, and your restoration. And even while you are waiting in silence, there are movements happening behind the scenes that are bringing every missing piece into position, so that when the moment of revelation comes, it will not feel random but perfectly aligned with everything you have walked through. And what makes this breakthrough different is that it carries the weight of every delay, every tear, every prayer, and every moment of weakness you have endured, turning all of it into preparation for something greater than what you expected. And even your body's condition is being included in this divine arrangement, where what once felt delayed healing will suddenly align into restoration that feels unexpected yet deeply precise. And there is a timing connected to this breakthrough that ensures it arrives, not when you are guessing or searching, but when everything inside you has been prepared to receive it without confusion or resistance. And in this hidden preparation, even your patience has been building capacity within you to hold what is coming. Because sudden change without preparation can overwhelm, but when divine timing completes its work, the surprise becomes stable, meaningful, and lasting. And even now, unseen doors are already being positioned to open at the exact moment required. And what you have been calling waiting is actually the final stage before revelation, where everything that has been stored, protected, and prepared begins to surface in a way that confirms that nothing you went through was wasted, nothing you endured was forgotten, and nothing you experienced was without purpose. And this breakthrough carries not just relief, but confirmation, not just change, but fulfillment. And it is already moving toward your life in a way that will transform your understanding of timing, patience, and restoration, as it unfolds into reality that has been prepared far ahead of your present moment.